A year ago, I started really a business and system called the Empowerment Plan. I hire women from shelters and employ them full-time and pay them to learn industrial sewing and manufacturing. And we produce a coat that I designed in school, and it stores up body heat, traps the heat inside during the day, and becomes a self-heated waterproof sleeping bag at night that we give out to the homeless on the streets, as well as refugee camps and disaster relief.
Can I say wow? And what are the coats made of?
They're made of a mixture of different things now. We've been working with a few different companies to get their recycle. You know, everything that comes off of their products, like steel case. We work with 3M for Thinsulate and Tyvek. We actually have a new material that we're going to be releasing pretty soon that is a completely recycled product that has never been able to be used in clothing before. So it's really exciting.
And when you first started, what was that inspiration? What motivated you?
Well, inspiration from a grade. It was started off as a class, so not to fail was the goal. But in the beginning, it was a humanitarian group that came in and said, designed to fill a need. And you know, being a college student, having ramen and a roof over my head equaled most of my needs being met. So at that point, living in Detroit, it's abundantly clear that there is a lot of different issues going on in the city, and there's really a homeless epidemic in the city. There's over 20,000 counted homeless individuals in the city alone. So it was from that point that really inspired the project for me to go out on the streets and work with, not just kind of interview and do research on, but design with the homeless individuals I was working with.
And that was your original goal a whole year ago. How has that goal changed from then until now?
It's gone through a drastic change, probably 180 from what I thought, because really in my mind, initially I saw it as a project for school. And then because I had gotten so close, I was known as the crazy coat girl for a very long time on the streets because I had been working with them to design it. So what was I supposed to do after school? Say bye, you know, it's been nice working with you. Most of the people were just like, well, when is this going to happen? And it was because of that this became a business, and this was not expected for me. I just kept on running with an idea that I was so passionate about and so easy to connect with, and now it's, you know, a whole full system of effects for the homeless community. So.
Looking at what's next, what is next?
This is the really exciting, you know, I've been doing this all through school. So it felt like school was never going to end, but now that it has, we have a lot of new, really exciting things on the front lines for us. We have finishing the building. It's done. You know, we're already set up, hiring more women. The second coat that we're going to produce is done and designed and already in production, which is very exciting. It looks very sleek. The next thing we're going to do is going to launch publicly. So instead of just this being a nonprofit, it's really tough in this market to stay sustainable like that. You have to understand that constantly having to ask for money is tough. So what we're going to do is launch manufacturing and clothing that will help fund the coats to refugee camps, the homeless across the globe, and disaster relief. So let's say you want to buy a coat for yourself. We have other designers come in, we're going to design them ourselves. You would buy a coat for yourself, and you could pick anywhere in the world you want that other coat to go.
And if you have advice to give to someone, what is that advice? Who is starting a new business, a new organization?
Gather a large group of individuals around you with strengths that differ strongly from your own. You don't want to surround yourself with like-minded. As great as that is, you want people that will challenge you, that will disagree with you, and as scary as that is to have somebody go, that's not going to work, it's the best thing you can have on your side going through, because these, you know, it can be from any walk of life, but at least they're giving you fuel to go forward, and it's not just your brain that's on the line. If you're stuck in a hard spot and it's just you, it becomes infinitely deeper. You feel like you're trapped in a hole. But when there's a lot of other individuals, it spreads out a little bit, and that stress kind of relieves because you know you can go to somebody else. And that's the biggest thing I can say, is surround yourself with brilliant individuals, and everybody has people around them that they can turn to.